Oh, hey there, pun people. Right, let's get into this. My first live stream. So a couple of things I want to speak about to you guys today, and that's double standards. Way too many double standards in this world. So I want to play you guys a couple of videos in due time, and they're going to talk on what I think is the problem with the videos. They've got one by someone called DJ Academics. It's probably been seen by a load of people by now. And he's having an argument with someone. And there's some things that are said that just annoy me that he gets away with saying. And then it's the response of people once they hear it. So we're going to go into that. I want to talk about, also on that same clip, one of them starts crying. And I want to talk about how the implications that has on him as a man. Like, you got to pick your places on where you can be emotional. So let's go into that first. So let me play you the first video and then we can get straight into it. No time wasted. Let's go.
Everything we've talked about, bro, I've never cared about. I don't care what rapper got at me, bro. Ever. But like really, there's certain shit I really don't fuck with in my life and I would never do. But like I gotta sit here and act like I know I'm in America. I gotta sit here and just act like I don't fuck with certain shit. I would never like it.
My nigga's so angry right now, he would have cried. That's the type of anger you got right now.
Yo, just please. I'm telling you, I hate certain shit to the soul of me. I can't. I'm only pretending because if I say what I want to say, I will never be here for y'all. But that's not my content. I don't want to be that person. I want to be the person who just have fun with y'all and some other shit.
What type of nigga we dealing with right now? Pull it up to your headquarters. Niggas is in the streets. I want to meet in the road. Yo, headquarters. Nigga, what the fuck is somebody meeting you at your headquarters for? That's the problem. See, I'm starting to think that maybe this is your aesthetic. You do the fake internet shit, and then you sit in a room full of motherfucking cameras and try to make a bitch crash out. You know, that's like, we from the hood. Oh yeah, that's like we tell the bitch, come in my house, cause I can do whatever I want to. You don't have to, me and you can meet, we want to meet you outside. I want to meet you outside. I don't want to pull up to no motherfucking headquarters, bitch. Corporate ass nigga. I don't want to pull up to the motherfucking headquarters. I want to meet you in the club. I want to meet you in the field. I want to meet you in the streets. I want to see you outside. Let's get active. Headquarters. And I don't want to keep even pressing that we ghetto and we from the hood, because we corporate too. Don't get it wrong. Bitches is cashing nice checks out this bitch. But we all know your motherfucking headquarters is giving 911, what's your emergency? Bitch, no. We're not doing that. We want to see you out the door, outside in the motherfucking field, bitch. Fuck is you chatting about? Fuck is you talking about, bitch? Body man, bitch ass nigga. Nobody not pulling up to no motherfucking headquarters. Think this bitch work for McDonald's or something. Stop motherfucking playing with me, bitch. We want to see you out the door. In the streets, in the field, in the streets, in the club. Yeah, somewhere let's get it on. Bitch, that's what the fuck we want to do. Bitch, and after I beat you, I'm gonna fuck you in your ass because you a bitch ass nigga. That's what we do to you. Now I don't want to keep even pressing that we ghetto and we from. You always motherfucking pressing a BBL, fag. Bitch, you sit on your thick ass. Bitch, I got a BBL, bitch, and you a BBW. That's what you do. You a big black woman. That's what you is. Sitting on that motherfucking couch, chatting your motherfucking gums all motherfucking day, popping shit like a hoe. You always talk about a BBL, but you sit on your thick ass all day. You a motherfucking stallion to me, bitch. Actually, you're a motherfucking bull. You fucking blimp, bitch. Who the fuck is you playing with? I got a fucking head like you're a clown. You a joke, nigga. You a joke. And you talking with so much aggression and hostility behind a computer for a nigga that we don't see in public.
Okay. So first of all, for me personally, a gay dude calling a straight guy a fag is hilarious. That's funny for one. But just dive into that video for a sec. So let me give you the backstory of what actually happened. The first guy you saw, DJ Academics, he's like a hip hop critic. and he says something about that dude's friend, who's a girl. So he jumps in. Him and DJ Academics going at it. His name's Saucy Santana, but I'm not calling another dude Saucy, so I'm calling him Santana. So Santana and DJ Academics get into like this big argument, and DJ Academics starts calling him a fag and he's gay and you're a batty man, all this other stuff and some like Jamaican lingo. And then basically that's Saucy's reply to him calling him a fag. And the first video you saw was DJ Academics' reply to him saying he's going to fuck him in the ass. So, where's the double standard? I was having a conversation with my friends about this exact same thing, very briefly, because I hate looking at stuff like that. It just makes me feel weird. And they was like, oh, this is crazy. Like, these two are going at blah, 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 blah. And the first thing that came up was like, DJ Academics is going to get cancelled. He's going to get cancelled. He's using gay slurs. He's using gay slurs. And my rebuttal to that was, there's a dude saying he's going to rape another dude on that clip. He said, I'm going to fuck you up and then I'm going to fuck you in your ass. So he's talking about raping DJ Academics. And the first thing that comes to our brain is him getting cancelled for saying fag. Now, I'm not saying you should do like slurs to anyone. I'm not trying to say it's like, one's definitely worse than the other, but I'm not trying to say one's right and one's wrong. But the point is, how is the racial slur on a higher pedestal as saying you're going to rape someone? And why does he get the bly? Why can he just go on the screen and say, I'm going to punch you up, and when I see you, I'm going to rape you? Now, mind you, if we're talking about psychological warfare, absolutely genius play. Because no straight dude wants to fight a dude who says, if I win, I'm going to fuck you. One, I've got to think about the fight, and now I've got to think about if I lose, the pressure. So personally, me, I wouldn't entertain that talk at all. So it was a perfect play. But it still doesn't change the fact that he's saying he's going to rape someone. And we're not understanding the severity of that, because if that was a straight dude saying that to a woman, the outrage would be crazy, as it should be. It's a disgusting crime. But why does he get away with saying that? Why is it like when he says it, it's not cool? We need to keep the same tenacity towards everything. Like if something is not okay, it has to be not okay across the board. We should be saying he's going to get cancelled because he's talking about raping a dude, not because the other guy said a gay slur, because DJ Academic said a gay slur. Like, that's crazy to me. So when I saw that was the first thing, like, I picked up, like, why are we speaking about the wrong thing? Like, so is rape okay now, or is rape just okay if a gay dude says it to a straight guy? Then it's okay to say? Like, we're not picking our poisons well. It's not the same poison across the board. The second thing I wanted to address in that video is DJ Academics crying. Now, let's talk about emotional intelligence, because this word gets thrown out all the time. For me, emotional intelligence is knowing when and where you can show emotion. Because as a man, I don't think it's right that we just show emotions all the time whenever something goes wrong, because that's not what our role is as men. I really don't believe that. I believe in a relationship, a woman wants a man who she can listen to, who she knows that if there is a problem, he knows how to handle it. Not someone who's just going to start crying all the time. They want us to be strong. And they often create this false, fake space, like it's safe here, you can say this and you can say that. But the truth of the matter is, that's not always the case. In fact, it's very rarely the case. A woman wants to know her man knows how to handle shit when it goes bad. And that's just the truth. DJ Academics is in a war between himself and a gay dude. And your defense was to cry on camera. Bruv, what are we doing here? Like, that's the ultimate show of witness. If he didn't think he can fuck you, he does now. If he see, and he's now calling you gay. He's calling you a fag now. So you've come in here trying to diss this dude. He's rebutted back with a response that I guess triggered you or whatever. And you came on camera and cried. And for me, I just don't think that's cool. Like, I think people need to like start realizing like when they can and can't show emotions. And I don't care if it's done for clout, because you're giving off the wrong impression. There's people who look up to you, and you need to show that. We have to be strong. We're in the midst of a war every day. We have to be strong. There's people going through way worse things in life. And we're crying over some dude saying that, it's a crazy statement to make. But to cry over it is crazy. Like, I don't know. To me, that's a bit nuts. I want to show you why crying is not a good thing for a man. No, let me take that back. It's not that I don't think it's a good thing, because I think everyone cries, but you have to pick your places, your times of where you can do those sort of things. Your environment, you have to know your environment of when you can cry. So I want to play this next video. And this video kind of like stems on like how I view of like men crying in front of women and picking your place, understanding emotional intelligence, let's say. Let's roll the clip.
Ooh, that looked.
Oh, wait, second,
Wait, no,
like
no,
that
no,
way?
no.
Yeah.
Reverse. No. Oh, you guys meant that way.
wait, I
Oh,
meant
yeah,
this way.
I meant the
I meant
reverse.
Oh. So
You
should we
meant-
keep him in the middle?
Wait, should we keep him in the middle?
Yeah, let's keep him in the
okay,
middle.
switch back,
It's a happy.
switch back.
It's giving
yeah,
average.
it's a happy
Okay.
middle ground.
Sorry. Okay. I think just like look-wise, I think.
First impressions.
Yeah.
Nothing personal.
Deeper? Like,
Should we go deep? When's the last time you cried?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
He's trying to cry now?
No, I lost my best friend this year, so it's still been a hard thing for me.
I'm so sorry.
Like, you made me think about it and shit.
I'm so sorry.
We're here for you.
Oh my God.
Oh, we're here.
Can we give him a hug?
Wait, is that allowed?
Can we give him a group hug?
Oh my gosh.
Group hug?
So sorry.
It's fine.
And then,
Just like mildly uncomfortable, which is nothing against him. Yeah.
My number one has energy and
Okay. So in the rest of that video, so he starts off, right, the guy in the blue, starts off in the top two best looking people that the most attractive they find there, right? By the end of it, he becomes in the bottom two of every single person. So it's either second from last or last in every single person after that. And literally all he done was cry. Now, I actually think his reason for crying was kind of valid. The way he did it was a bit corny, admittedly, but it was kind of valid. He had a friend who'd passed recently. They asked about when's the last time he cried. He thought of that memory. He starts crying. I fully understand. This is a bunch of women who don't know you. And we have to learn to control our emotions. And I know people are going to say, no, he's a man. He should be able to cry when he wants, blah, blah, blah. The proof's in the pudding. He cried. They looked at him. They said, yeah, that's not for me. He went from top two to bottom two or bottom. They was not feeling that. And girls don't feel it. They'll pretend like they do because they probably think they do. Women probably think, oh, do you know what? I don't mind a man being sensitive, whatever. But inside, like biologically, that's not what they feel. They don't feel that way because when a man shows too much weakness, now I'm not saying you can't be vulnerable to your woman. I'm sure there's times that you can. I don't think on camera in front of like some strangers is one, but let's just say there is times you can. I'm sure there's loads of men that have done it, have been fine in their relationships. But if you show too much emotion to a woman, she doesn't see you as her superhero. And that's what you want to be to your woman. You want to be the same thing you are to your children, is the superhero. The person who can't be beat, always has the problem solved, and in every aspect of life knows what they're doing. That's why you want a strong leader. And those are the most successful households. When the male's a strong leader and a woman creates a space where there's a place for him to heal and relax and be peace of mind, for sure, but not a place where he can just be completely vulnerable. That's not what any woman wants. And I don't think that's even what men want. I think, for me, if I have a problem, I get upset, I don't go to my girl ever. Like, I'll always make them feel like if there's a problem, I can solve it. So I would never show my other half the weakness. What I would do is I'll ring my boys. Bruv, this is long, man. This has happened, blah, blah, blah. And we'll speak about it and we'll figure it out. And eventually, do you know what they're going to say? At the end of the conversation, they're going to say, Marcell, fix the fuck up. Get a grip. You fell. Cool. Dust yourself off and get going again. And that's what you need. You need a team of people. You need a group around you you can surround yourself with, that will understand how to solve problems with you, or if not, give you the motivation you need to say, get the fuck up and get back in your bag. A woman's only going to make, she will try to help. The intention will always be there, but the respect changes. If you do it, if it's too often, if it's wrong, and it's the wrong time and the wrong place and the wrong issue, then, because they don't understand what we go through every day. It's a very different world for a man and a woman. And if we don't learn when we can and can't open up to our woman, and what we can open up to our woman about, we're only going to be detrimented to be very weak individuals. And we're trying to create a team of strong people. That's the whole plan here. So I think when it comes to showing your emotions and having emotional intelligence, we have to pick our right environments every single time. And when you don't, you have a situation where the woman starts to take control and she starts to lose interest, and that opens the door for you to not be the superhero. And do you know what happens when you're not the superhero? She looks for another superhero. As horrible as that sounds. And I've had multiple conversations with my friends, and I've told them loads of times, like, see, when you cry in front of your girl and you do all that stuff, she sees you as weak. They always see you as weak when you cry too often. But when you start solving problems, when there's an issue and now you're her man. Now you're her Superman. And you can even look into the comics. Clark Kent is a vulnerable man. Very good to Lois Lane. Always nice. Very, very vulnerable. And who does she love? Superman, the man who seems indestructible. The guy that can do everything. That's who she likes. And then what does she do? She gets with Superman and she tries to convince Superman to be like Clark Kent, but that's not really what she wants. She just thinks that. Because when he starts acting like that, what happens? Next dude, next Superman. So I want to play this next video. This is the third video of the show. And this is what I think happens when you don't have emotional intelligence and your wife is able to say things like this to you. So let's play it and listen.
Could you ever cheat on me?
Absolutely. That's why I don't make dumb decisions like talking to guys one-on-one or hanging out in like compromising situations, because I'm a human being, you're a human being, and I'm sorry, babe, I don't know if this is hard for you to hear, but everybody is absolutely capable of infidelity in the right/wrong circumstances.
Oh, okay.
That's why boundaries are so important. You're never going to see me in a situation, even if people think I might be too strict, I don't care, because I'm not taking that chance.
Amen.
I'm not putting myself in a position to even be close to a position to potentially fall to temptation. I'm going to keep it 100, because anyone is capable of cheating, but I will not be cheating on you.
Excellent. I love that.
I love you.
Okay, so in that video, I actually agree with some of the stuff she says. I agree with that she doesn't put herself in environments where she could possibly cheat. She doesn't speak to people that could probably lead to her cheating. And she makes sure she stays away from anything that could lead to her doing infidelity towards her husband. Great. Do you know what I don't disagree with? The fact that she can say to him, yes, I would cheat on you. Now, it might be true. That might be the truth. And in most cases, it probably is. There's probably somehow, some way, some girl could cheat on you somehow. There's exceptional situations that could happen. But for me, I want my woman to be so delusionally in love with me that she thinks cheating on me is disgusting. She would never say, yes, I could cheat on you. Never. That would never be said. How can I think that's borderline disrespectful. And I think that makes everything else she said after that trash, personally. That means how women date is they date upscale, right? So when you're with your girl, and this goes back to the Superman thing I was talking about before. When you date your girl, you're her Superman. There's no better than you. So for her to say, yes, I could cheat on you, means that she can fathom that there's better than you. And I would have a problem with that. I want my girl to be completely in love with me to the point where she thinks, no, I wouldn't cheat on this person. Now, I'm not saying she wouldn't, but I want her to think she wouldn't, for sure. I would be pissed if she said that yes, I would. That is crazy to me. I can't even believe that I genuinely think that's borderline disrespectful. Why would you want a woman that would say that? And in what world? Why is that okay? This girl is outright saying, yes, there's probably people better than you. And if I come into contact with some of those people, there's a chance that I'm swayed another way. For me, no. That can't be it. And also, I think when you have your woman that is so... Because I'm not going to sit here and say like, I don't want my girl to go out and da-da-da-da. I think when your girl is so deluded to the fact that cheating on you makes her sick, and I'm using the word deluded because I'm pretty sure there's some reason a girl could cheat on you somehow. Yeah. But let's say like she thinks that it's utterly impossible. Do you know why you can trust them more when they think like that? Because that if you think that way, gun fingers, if you think that way, that means that you can allow your woman to go into spaces and she'll be able to identify each time she needs to bring her ass home. She can go out with her friends. They go for a meal. They go to a club. Oh, you're bringing dudes and all that to the table? Not really my scene. Don't like how it represents me. I'll leave. I'm going to a house party. Oh, you're having loads of guys around, sleeping around? Don't like this. They will leave. Not my scene. And she'll identify that because having other people around her that is not her man, because most male intentions, there is guys who claim they can be friends with girls. That's cool. I'm pretty sure they can. But most guys, if your girl's attractive, are going to want to smash your girl, especially on the first time meeting them, especially if they're in a club and a table and you're inviting them around. Once her friends start inviting people around and the dudes think that they're in, she's going to be part of that reason that they're there. So they're going to think these girls are available. And that's what it is. You're expressing yourself as available. So when you have a girl who thinks like, oh, I could never cheat on my man, when she finds herself in spots that compromises her, then she leaves. And this is another reason why I think it's ideal that a woman does stuff like that, because of the danger you can put yourself in, which forces me to be put in danger. For example, right? Because I have this conversation quite often, right? A girl goes on holiday with her girls. She's very loyal and committed to you, and her girlfriend brings dudes round the house, right? You're like, no. They convince you, like, oh, it's okay. No one's going to trouble you. We told them all you're in a relationship, so you'll be fine. Right, cool. They come round, they all get drunk, right? Your girl don't drink. Dude goes into her room now, is trying to talk to her. She's like, no, I have a boyfriend. No, I have a boyfriend. He makes advances on her. No, I have a boyfriend. No, I have a boyfriend. He forces himself on her and something happens, right? Which is rape is what I'm trying to say in a nice way, right? There's no nice way to say it, but that's what I'm trying to indicate. Now, this situation could be avoided because you created the environment for it to happen. It doesn't mean it should happen. This is not Disney Channel. So these environments do get created. As sad as it sounds, they're created by things that happen prior, because there's things that happen beforehand that can allow you to escape those situations. For example, being completely adamant that you're not having boys round, or ringing your boyfriend and say, look, these are having people around. Can you get me a new hotel, or whatever the case may be? But removing yourself from the environment completely would avoid the situation, right? So now something bad's happened. You're on the phone to me. I'm in another country. Someone's violated you. What can I do? I have to either fly out there and do a madness and go to jail. Like, we have to come back. You have to go to therapy. Like, so much comes from that one situation that could just be avoided. And it comes down to your female friends or having the respect to say, actually, if she's coming, this and this can't take place. And if your girlfriend is completely and utterly in love with you and she would never, ever do anything to hurt you or harm you, when she books these holidays with her girls, she would let them know. There will be no dudes coming round. This is not tolerated. And if that is the case, then I'm not coming. So that's what I think it's very scary that she can just admit on camera, like, yeah, I would cheat on you. Because all it takes is for one opportunity to happen then. Because if you can acknowledge it can happen, that means it just takes the opportunity to happen. Certain lines have to get into place. Certain stars have to fall into place, and bam, now you're a victim of being cheated on. Which brings me on to my next video. And this video is very interesting. So I want you to listen, and then we'll discuss this and see like what you guys think of this one.
So after I cheated on my husband, I gave him a hall pass. But here's the reason why I did that. Is because I didn't want to take the responsibility of getting rid of all demons that I opened up my marriage to. And usually this is what people do when they cheat, they want their spouse to cheat on them back. So it would give them a reason to feel better in some way. But let me tell you, that's the wrong way to do it. It's the wrong way to go about it, because at the end of the day, you make matters worse.
And even though I knew that option was put forth in front of me, I knew that wasn't the right choice.
Yeah.
That's not the way that we try to rebuild a marriage. If you want to stay in a marriage that's still on a downfall and just ride it out downhill, that's up to you if you want to make that choice. But I was not about to make that same choice if I know I also have another option of getting back in the face of God, praying for my marriage, praying for my wife, and trying to do the things and correct the wrongs that we had that led us into that position.
This nigga cried, guarantee you. He's a crier. 100%. I guarantee you this dude cried. First of all, this is what I mean about if your woman is not deluded into the fact that she's completely in love with you, it opens up infidelity like this. She's sitting on his lap and opening a statement. When I cheated on my husband, grinning, smiling, happy. Are you having a laugh? When I cheated on my husband, and he's behind, yeah, because when I got cheated on, bruv, what, like, bro, like, come on, bro. And this is what I mean about, this is emotional intelligence. Because if he had the emotional intelligence, he probably wouldn't have been cheated on in the first place. I guarantee you, if you was to look at that situation, there was 101 things she was doing that happened before she cheated on him. I guarantee you, there's always signs. And girls love this. Girls love to drop this one. So when you say to like a woman, like, there's certain things you don't want to do out of respect, they'll say insecurities. They'll have stuff they'll want you to do out of respect. That's not insecure. That's just respect. But when you demand something, or say, no, I don't want to use the word demand. When you express that you don't want X, Y, and Z to happen, and it makes you feel a certain way, and blah, 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 and this is how you carry yourself, and these are the standards you want her to live by. Otherwise, don't be my girlfriend. Suddenly, you're insecure. Because you know what you want. You're insecure. Don't listen to that BS. That's not the case. There's nothing wrong with having boundaries and standards. And on both sides, for a woman as well, there's nothing wrong with having boundaries and standards. You keep going for bum dudes that don't know how to take care of themselves, or these people who live in a street life and have no loyalties or nothing, or no morals, then you'll end up with someone who's not going to look after their children, who's not going to look after you, don't know how to take care of you. So the standard works both ways. As a man, when you're looking for your woman, you have to have a set of standards. Now, I'm not talking about females you just want to bang. Cool. You don't have to have any standards. Tell them what you want. You only want to bang anyway. So you're only really going to tell them what they want to hear to smash anyway. But when you're actually looking for someone, when you actually want someone to be your partner, there's a certain standard you have to have. And if they don't have that standard, you're going to end up with your girl sitting on your lap saying, when I cheated, and you're going to be there behind him crying, yeah, because we have to work out this marriage, blah, 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 blah. Like, what? And I'm not even saying you shouldn't work out your marriage when you go through hardship, 100%. But when your woman cheats on you, like, for me, that would just make me so sick. I don't even know how I would be able to. I couldn't deal with her the same, personally. Me, you can't tell me enough, because yeah, think about what happens when someone cheats, right? Think about what you're doing as a man. He's like wooed your girl. So he's forced her to betray you in some way. It means hiding messages, or he's talking to her a certain way. She may have been sending him pictures. Madness. Crazy. She's sending him nudes, stuff you're not getting. You're at work, working hard, making sure everything's paid. And she's in the bathroom posing in underwear, sending to Mike X or whoever it is. And you're there working hard. Then they meet up. She's getting wooed. She's checking her phone to see where you are while he's whining and dining her. And then she's gone through all the motions of cheating on you. Like kissing, everything. He's dominating your chick. And then she's going to sit on your lap and say, when I cheated. Come on, man. It's just not the way. I just don't see how we've fallen into this like weird place in society. It's really, really, really weird. Men, I understand that the world is different now. I do understand this. It's not the same as 1980 or whatever. But there's certain principles we have to uphold. And I feel like there's an agenda behind it, which is why I actually bring it up. I feel like they're trying to destroy the first line of defense. I feel like they're trying to create men that are weak and safe space and vulnerability. So when they come in and they tell you this is what's going to happen, you fold. They want you to fold. And they don't want you to stand up for yourself and be like, no, I'm not letting this happen. This is my family. This is how I want it to be run. They want to tell you how your household's going to be run. They want to tell you where you can go. They want to tell you how you can go. And the best way to do that is destroy your first line of defense. And the best way to destroy the first line of defense is by attacking your masculinity, and for a woman, your femininity. It is. It's making a woman feel like everything a man should do, she should do, and everything that a woman should do, her man should be able to do. And that's just not the case. There's roles for a reason. There's male and female for a reason. And the best homes, the most successful marriages work when it's shipped that way. Because no job's more important. I'm not trying to say a man's job's more important, because for him to go out in the world and do what he needs, he has to have a solid base back home. He needs a woman who's going to be at home and he's sure of. He needs that. But when a woman starts acting like a man in certain ways, then she loses her way. And once she loses her way, he will lose his way. Some of the greatest kingdoms have fallen because of a woman somewhere. Probably most of them. From a woman somewhere. So women hold a lot of power. Men obviously are the driving force, but you're our stability against the world. Behind that closed door. That's what you're supposed to be. So when you've got these girls that are saying that, yeah, they will cheat on you, and like, don't be fooled, like I said, everything else she said after that, I can't even, like, she don't put herself in situations, that's great. But the fact that her brain is even in a place where she thinks, do you know what? Give or take a situation, I could do that. I just think that's dangerous. I think that's dangerous waters to tread in. And I think it leads to what my fourth video was, which is where you end up, your wife saying, this is what happened, why I cheated. This is why I cheated. And you may get back to a good place, but the damage will always be there. You would never be the same again, because a man's trust is very different to a woman's. We trust wholeheartedly because it's like again, I guess this comes down to the protection thing. But when a man really, really loves a woman or trusts a woman, we wholeheartedly believe that. And when you break it, even if we forgive you, it can just never be the same, because we now know it's capable. You break the facade, you've broken the mirror. The mirror's cracked now. So even though I'll be like, okay, yeah, you can go out, fretting, sweating every time. And then what happens? Now we're having arguments about you going out. Now we're having arguments about what you're wearing. Now we're having arguments about everything, because I can't feel fully secure. But when a woman feels fully secure and she understands her man and she understands respect, she would know what she would wear that would trigger him and be like, do you know what, let me avoid that. Or she would know going out to certain places would trigger him and to avoid that. She would understand that. So for me, I just want to say, like, the emotional intelligence is important, but it's understanding where and when we can be vulnerable. And on the first point, when doubling back to the double standards thing, listen, a dude saying he's going to rape another dude should not be overshadowed by another dude calling him gay or a fag or whatever. Now, they're both wrong. Don't get me twisted. I'm not saying you should use slurs against anyone. But the moment he started saying, after I beat you up, I'm going to... after I beat you up, I'm going to clap them cheeks. We should have been saying that, I wonder if this guy's going to get cancelled. That should have been the talking point. Not about the dude using the gay slur. That should be the afterthought. But the whole, like, I'm going to rape you thing? Crazy. Can you imagine a dude going up to a chick, having an argument and saying, yeah, I'm going to punch you in your mouth and then I'm going to rape you after? Be like, excuse me? Bro, done. Absolutely finished. It could never happen. That would never happen in a million years. We'd have uproar. So I'm just saying, keep the same energy across the board. Keep the same energy across the board. And females, this whole, you know, safe space, everyone's secure and you can hold your emotions. Again, it's a lie. And it's a double standard, because when it happens, what happens? Mockery. Look at this. When Kanye West broke down and cried, mockery. When Will Smith broke down and cried, mockery. When Tyrese broke down and cried because he couldn't get his kids back, mockery. And these are people that were told, like, you know, it's okay, you can be honest here, you can be vulnerable here. And the moment they're vulnerable, the world took the piss. The world took the piss. And it shows you, we're creating these men to be soft. And each situation, look how they're, all of them have been violated by their chicks after. All of them. Kanye, Will Smith, violated. Tyrese, violated by his chick. And he even sees it now. He says it now. Yeah, she violated me. And that was because he was too emotional. He got too emotional. He let his emotions ride him. And the fact of the matter is that he thought he could come on camera and cry. We have to be able to have the intelligence to be like, okay, let me hold it together. I'm not saying you can't cry. Pick your place to cry. On camera is not one. DJ Academics, you're in war. You're in war, bruv. You and this dude are going to war. You cannot be seen crying. As much as it sounds horrible, and some people may disagree, as much as it will be in a battlefield, crying would be seen as weakness. For sure. Because you see someone crying, you see someone on the battlefield crying, that's my target. It's easy food. You're easy food to him once you do that. You can't sit there, act tough in one skit, then one dude says one thing, which is, again, mad, and then you sit down, you cry about it. You come on cam and cry. Bro, keep the same energy all the way through. Keep the same energy. Or back down in the manliest way possible. Say, listen, I'm not on this whole fucking ass thing, blah, 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 blah. Switch it somehow. But now you, the straight dude, have got the gay guy calling you a fag and calling you a batty boy and all them mad things there. Now he's disrespecting you and you're having it. We have to learn emotional intelligence, males. We really do. We have to know when and where, we can show emotion. And part of that is by having a good team around you, putting yourself in the right places. Because once you're secure in yourself, you know you've created the strongest version of yourself. You will know. It will come to you naturally. So you got to find a way to build that. You got to find a core group, a place where you belong, where they can build and uplift you, and you know where you're going, and how you can create your own beast, how you can become your own beast. We have to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap that up. I've done my little rant now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be back in maybe next week or something to do another one. It's my first one, so you have to be patient with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I got my point across. Ladies, stay feminine. Males, stay masculine.